Yo, what up? My name is Don, and today I'm going to be taking you through the 10th and final song off Bleed From Within's album Fracture. This one is called A Depth That No One Dares, and while there's no music video for it, there is a bit of a behind the scenes in the band's The Fracture Tape series, where they take you through a bit of a behind the scenes thought process into how they created the song. So I'm excited to take a look at that, but before I do that, I want to take you guys on a little bit of a story into the show, the Bleed From Within show that I went to last night here in Toronto, Ontario, which was so insane. First of all, I gotta say the band absolutely brings it. When they went up and played their songs, it was awesome. But this story starts literally before that. I've been doing these reaction videos for a couple weeks now. I did the entire Shrine album, and now we're getting to the end of the Fracture album. And so one of my community members graciously blessed me with the opportunity to pay for both my tickets, my ticket and my girlfriend's ticket, to go to the show. So everything was normal, and we made the plans, we got the tickets, we're trying to figure out travel. And yesterday on the night of, we get there, we get inside, and immediately I take 10 steps in. My girlfriend has to go to the bathroom, and I see Davie Proven walking towards what I figure out a couple seconds later is their merch booth. And, he's kind of lounging around there, and I like, I guess, um, I wanted to go and meet him, so I was super excited. And I guess he was talking to somebody over there. So finally, my girlfriend comes out of the bathroom, and I make my way over to where Davey is standing. And he had just finished up talking to the person he was talking to. And so I approach him like, hey, Davey Proven. I'm like, it's so like awesome to meet you. Like, I'm stoked on you guys. I'm so excited to see you guys. This and that. And I could swear 2.5 seconds later, Scott Kennedy, the lead singer from Blade From Within, approaches me from the right, kind of like walks past my girlfriend, approaches me from the right, and like, I'm pretty sure puts his hand on my shoulder and like greets me like we've known each other for 10 years, like an old friend. The first word that comes out of his mouth is Don, right? And he looks at me, and I'm like, I freeze up for a second. I'm looking at him. I'm like, am I supposed to know who this is? And it's funny because a couple seconds earlier, I was thinking like, wouldn't it be funny if I saw somebody that I knew at this show? And I was only thinking that because I saw somebody that looked like one of my one of my past friends. But anyways, Scott's like, Don. And I'm like, it took me a second, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, everything clicked in all at the same second. I'm like, wait, Scottish accent? I'm like, he looks like Scott. I'm like, wait, this guy, like, I know where do I know this face from, right? And so I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, dude, it's him, right? And without hesitation, he immediately breaks into a story about how the band tried to get me free tickets to the show, which is like, I'm just fanboying so hard at this moment, right? Tried to get me free tickets to the show, and he busts out his phone and, is going through the story about how he tried to search me up on Instagram, but typed my real name in a bit incorrectly. So somebody else came up, but I was just like, even now my face hurts from smiling, and I'm pretty sure like I couldn't get a word out. I'm just looking at him like, what the F, dude? Like, what are you saying to me, right? And he, he kind of ties up that story. We laugh about it. I'm just, I guess, trying to get words out about how I'm so excited that they're there. I prompted them for a picture. I asked for a picture. I think maybe it was even Scott that's like, you want to get a picture or something like that? And I was like, sure. I wasn't even thinking straight. And so I hand my girlfriend my phone. We got a picture, and I'll put it up on screen. The picture is semi-blurry, but I think we were all just super excited, and but you can tell it's us. So that's good enough for me. I'm just excited to have met them. So Davey's still standing there, and Scott's telling me, I think right after he said Don, I left this part. Right after he said Don, he's like, YouTube, from YouTube, right? Like, he's like, we watch all your videos, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, bro, you what? Like, you do what? I'm like, and that, even this whole day, last night and today, it's felt kind of surreal that he didn't just come up to me and say like, oh yeah, aren't you the YouTube guy who makes reaction videos on us? Like, he literally called me by my first name. And as you guys know, I always introduce myself, in the first couple of seconds in these videos. So, there's definitely truth to that they do watch my videos, and I cannot even, the fanboy levels that are exuding out of me are like beyond anything, dude. That sends me over the moon. But he tells me 1 second, right? He tells me 1 second after telling me the Instagram story, and he goes over to the merch booth. And I guess he talks to his merch guy and says, something along the lines of, hook them up, whatever he wants. So he comes back to me and he's like, my merch guy will hook you up, like whatever you want, right? And I'm like, what? So absolutely amazing. So me and my girlfriend go back and wait in line, and I'm sitting there like with the dumbest, biggest, goofiest smile on my face the whole wait in line, right? And we finally get up to the we're literally the next person to get served, right? And all of a sudden, the band prior to Bleed from Within, I think it was a Great White Ghost or something like that. I cannot remember their name. But the band before Bleed From Within finished up and Bleed From Within started, and the merch guy looks at me and he's like, hold on, I gotta go to the stage. And he like scooted off, right? I'm like, huh? And so I'm pretty sure that's what he said. And he just kind of disappeared for a bit. And so I was thinking he was gonna come back, didn't end up coming back for like 3 songs. So I kind of just stood around the merch booth because I didn't want to lose my spot. But I was also thinking, I'm not sure if because he sees so many people, he's gonna remember who I am, or if like Scott told him like, dude, it's the dude with like the 3 foot long dreads, right? So my girlfriend held our spot. I finally went over after the third song. I can't remember even every song they played. I know they did I Am Damnation. I Am Damnation. I'm pretty sure they did Levitation. Um, they did another one that I can remember audibly, but I can't remember the name of it right now because again, all of my brain cells are just so encapsulated with the fact that Scott Kennedy noticed me by my first name, and I got to meet Davey Proven and Scott, and I would love to meet the rest of the band, by the way, one day. But that I got to meet those guys on my first show, um, and they're a band that's easily become my favorite band, and I, it's just it just feels like it just feels like kind of a dream come true moment. It's just really 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 cool. Yeah, I struggle to find the words to explain how cool that was. So, anyways, we get to the third song, right? And I'm just like, merch guy coming back, not coming back. Like, I don't know what's going on. So, anyways, I finally make my way over into the crowd. My girlfriend's like, go enjoy the show. I'll hold down the fort here. So I go in and I make my way. I just like make my little way, my 5'8", 5'9", or whatever I am, way to pretty much the front. Right, I was like, there would be one row of people, at the barricades, and then me, right, and like there was people like crowd surfing, like not just one, like must have been like 10 people crowd surfed directly over my head, their sweaty backs and everything. And it was awesome because as people were crowd surfing going to their front, like, Scott would give them like a fist bump or like, give them a high five as they were walking to the side to get back in. And Scott himself crowd surfed, and it was awesome as he was. It was just the energy that Bleed From Within puts on is amazing. You could see all the rest of the members on the stage. Ali having a great time behind the drums. Snev and Craig, Goonsey and Snev having a wonderful time. And of course, Davey Proven crushing it on that beautiful Ibanez bass. A commenter let me know in the comments on my previous reaction that Davey is an Ibanez artist, and I think his bass is absolutely gorgeous. I don't even play bass. I just think it's a gorgeous instrument. And they're all just having a blast up there, right? And killing it. And Scott's crowd surfing and holding onto the mic for his life, man. It was the greatest. It was absolutely the greatest. They only played 5 songs, and so there was 4 bands. They all had half-hour time slots. I'm pretty sure, maybe 4 to 5 minutes, but I feel like it was half hour. And honestly, I would just perish. I would just absolutely vanish into dust, man. I really got to see them live now. A full Bleed From Within headliner main show, 2-hour full set. I'm right there at the barricades. I'm gonna be headbanging and moshing the entire set because that was just a taste. But the highlight of the night for me, it's weird to say, but the highlight of the night for me wasn't them playing. It was literally meeting them and being noticed by somebody that I hold so high in regard, right? So um, with saying all that, that was the craziest concert moment of my life. I have seen other bands that I like a lot. I've seen Megadeth, I've seen Lamb of God, I've seen Black Label Society, and they're all bands that I also hold in high regard but I've never met any of the artists. I've never met any of the artists. I have previously told the story where when I first went to the Black Label Society show many years ago when I was a teenager, with Motorhead, that was the first time I crowd surfed, and some big dude was like, "You want to go up?" and just like yeeted me up into the crowd. But like when I made it to the front, it wasn't like at the side or anything. It was like right in front of Zach Wild's face, like right where my camera was like Zach Wild, the Viking himself, just ripping. And that was always the moment that I was the most epic to me. Just because I was so close to somebody that I held in such high regard. But from Scott literally like grabbing my shoulder and just being like saying my name, Don, like I'm an old friend of his, and embracing me and giving me a hug and giving me props and all that, dude. I feel so musically motivated, and I've said this before in my reactions. If you watch them, um, I really am so musically motivated. I'm not a vocalist, but I just mean it's not that I didn't meet the guitarist or anything. It's just that their energy, Scott's energy, Davey's energy, um, as performers, and both as just really down to earth, humble, freaking awesome dudes, man. It was a blessing to meet you guys, and I really think it's relit a fire in me musically. And all I wanted to do was come home right after that, like even before you guys went on stage. All I wanted to do was come home and practice so I could put out some of my own Bleed from Within covers. And I'm looking forward to the next possibility that I get to see you guys live. And I'm just gonna toss a little cheeky comment out there that would be an absolute dream to earn the opportunity to play a song with you guys live. That would I would that would be it. That would be the greatest thing of my entire life for me, honestly. But I know how hard and technical you guys' music is, so I got some work to do. But without further ado, let's get into A Depth That No One Dares, the final song and the final track off of their album Fracture. I can't wait to get into this. Let's go. Oh, yes, dude. Oh yes, dude. Y'all can't see my goosebumps, but oh, let's pull this up. Let's go, baby. Look at this. Oh man, oh my god, the nerd shows. Dude, look at my arm. You see this? Oh my god, dude. Oh man, that riff. That riff is so menacing. Oh, how do I make this headset louder, bro? This is so filthy, dude. So filthy. Oh my lord, dude. Let's go, baby. Yes. There's the build-up. Oh my word. Yes, boys, get it. Oh my god, dude. Those... Dude. Bro. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Bro, there are tears welling up from my eyes. Bro, this awakened something holy deep in me. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy word, my word lordness. Oh my god. Okay, whoo, reel it in. That made me a little bit teary-eyed. I just think it's so... Holy cow, those lyrics, man. I gotta read all those lyrics because I caught some of them. But, what in the world? What in the world? My heart is beating so hard right now. Holy cow. Wow, man. I really get the feeling of like, you know, like, holy cow, man. The feeling of just like, you know, kind of don't mess with me, or like you're waking up something inside somebody that's like even they're scared of. It just feels like it just wakes up these feelings in me that I guess maybe it's to say they're suppressed or something. Like I don't know what. It's weird to say that, you know, metal songs make me cry. I think that there's just this visceral sort of cathartic release in I don't know what it is, man. This hits those right emotion strings where even though it's brutal, it sounds brutal and everything like that. It's this is one of those songs that I would use for like a video concept where it's just the idea that it had the words chaotic and beautiful are clashing, or the words beautiful and beautiful are clashing. I don't know what it is, man, but this song is amazing. I can't wait to see what they got to say about it here in the Fracture tapes, the behind the scenes on A Depth That No One Dares. And I will be going back and listening to all the Fracture tapes for the songs that I didn't know. Well, every song on the album, because I only found out about these when I was searching up some of the songs, and it came up in the YouTube results. So, anyways, let's check this out. This is the Fracture tapes behind the scenes on A Depth That No One Dares.
A Depth That No One Dares is my favourite Bleed From Within song to date. I'm not going to say that it's the best song, but for me, it's one of the standout songs on this album. It's arguably the most epic chorus we've written.
This is
it's huge.
A beast of a track, total animal, man, and something that again is quite different for us. It's sort of new. We're covering new ground here, experimenting with tempos and feels that we haven't really done before. The groove of this track was really difficult for me to get into at first, because we've never Bleed From Within. I've never done this specific kind of groove before, so definitely took a while to get used to. It was the last song that I was writing when we went into the studio, so a lot of the parts that you actually hear on the album were written in the days leading up to me entering the studio, and actually composed in the studio as I was tracking. But there's a lot going on, a lot of really cool things that ended up going down on that I've actually still to learn.
A Depth That No One Dares was just one of the weird songs that we wanted to do for this album, and try and make something just eerie and evil and just a lot different than something we'd usually do, and it ended up being the perfect fit for the last song on the album, perfect way to close it out, especially with the black metal section at the end. It sounds like it's kind of building up to a breakdown, then it just kicks into this kind of death metal, black metal section just to round off the album.
It's actually a really different song for us, and it's one of the most challenging to play as well. The last minute just changes up and it goes into this kind of death, kind of black metal section, which I absolutely love, obviously. Got Ali to do an insane blast beat over that, and it's just the perfect way to finish the album.
Dude, I love hearing them talk about it. Why does it say Greta on it? So I'm not really a fan of death metal and black metal, but like they do nothing bad. This band does nothing bad, man.
Percussion in the verse. Yeah, we layered it up so you can hear there's just this constant kind of tick, 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 tick,
Yeah.
that goes on in the background, and it just adds to the build up and momentum of the song.
Yeah.
The chorus.
Yeah.
And every time that chorus kicks in, man, the fucking hairs on my arms stand up.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Me too.
The way it comes in with
Me too, Ali.
gravity, being the main lyric and stuff. And then the middle eight to leading into the outro of this track, just fucking monstrous, man. It's a sickeningly fast blast beat, and then it just gets, it's just disgusting. I fucking love it. What a way to close the album. I remember there was a lot of debate about this maybe going somewhere else on the album. Because it's a really strong song, we do really like it. Might probably find its way into the live set at some point. That we were like, oh, do we really want to end it with this? Is there something else? Do we end it with Fracture? Like, how do we want to play this? But I think when it came together and we held it all mixed, it just made sense that we round off the album with such a powerful song.
Dude, sick. These are so sick, man. More bands need to do this, okay, guys? I love this. We love this. I love this.
The lyrics in this song resonated with me the most, and in my opinion are the most important lyrics that Scott's written to date, because I think it deals with not only issues that he's had, but issues that everybody has. That I feel like this song really takes a subject that can be so doom and gloom, and through not only the music but also through the lyrics, makes it something more uplifting, you know, something that you can learn from, something that you can take your experience from and become a better person through. That's really what A Depth That No One Dares means to me. And I can't film this without mentioning that black metal section at the end. It is one of the most memorable moments in any Bleeding Within song. It's like the last thing that you're expecting, especially after the entire album kind of sets you up. And I think A Depth That No One Dares was the perfect way to end the album. I'm so glad that that's what people will be left with, and I really hope that it resonates with people.
A Depth That No One Dares is a really personal song. It's a song that I've been trying to write for years but didn't really know how to find the words. In my 20s I suffered really bad from depression and didn't really know what it was or how to deal with it, or even how to open up to people about it, because if I'm honest I don't really feel comfortable feeling vulnerable. I really wanted to write this song though, and just to let people know that you're not going through this alone and you need to talk to someone. Talk to me if you want. I've been quite lucky in the sense that having my band and being able to write about my personal experiences like this has been like the best therapy I could have possibly had.
Wow, dude. Wow, dude. Yep. Even though I didn't catch all the lyrics, you could tell that this song is I was trying to explain it earlier. It's just a really heavy song. And without knowing the full context of the song, I could feel it through the music. And, I guess they hit the nail. They hit the nail right on the head with that one. Yeah. A lot of people do deal with depression in different ways. And I think that, it's very detrimental. It can be very detrimental to bottle things like that in. So having people to talk to is a blessing, and having people who are understanding is a blessing. And you know, music is obviously a powerful thing that a lot of people relate to, and so I just want to thank Bleed From Within once again for this album. First and foremost, this album. I want to thank Scott and Davey for taking the time yesterday to meet me. Just gonna hold on a sec, reel it in. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to meet me yesterday. Taking the time to come up to Canada and play a show for us up here. Hopefully we made you guys feel at home. Hopefully we, gave you guys as much energy as you gave us. because the one thing that always bothers me, and it's what I didn't want to experience last night, is them putting in as much energy as they've seen them do through other shows, on YouTube and stuff like that, and the crowd being dead. That would have just broke me. But the crowd was definitely hype, and so hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Um, Thank you so much for yesterday. This isn't the last time you'll see and hear of me, and hopefully this isn't the last time I get to see you guys live. For everybody else, I would love to know your thoughts on this entire album. Let me know what songs you want me to react to. I know you guys have been leaving some comments on other videos of other Bleed From Within songs that I haven't reacted to yet that you would like to see me react to. And before I go, I just want to show you guys my cool Bleed From Within shrine sweater that we got last night. And the back, you got to see the back. You got to see the back. The back is sick. You guys got to see the back of that one. Just to finish up the story, once I did enjoy the couple songs, jamming with everybody at the front there, I came back to the merch booth, and the merch guy hooked me up with this sweater. I picked this sweater. It was the item that I wanted even before I knew that I was going to be getting something for free, which I'm super thankful for. I'll never forget this piece of clothing. I'm going to be wearing it for the next week straight. Believe me. We also got a shirt that I'm actually going to grab it and show you guys. We got to do this right because we can only do this once, right? I got a shirt too. It's got Simple Bleed From Within on the front there. You can see the logo there. And on the back, you can see it's got these skulls and it's got the tour dates. So I wanted something with the tour dates because they only had 2 shows in Canada, Toronto and over in Montreal. So I just wanted something to kind of be like a memory piece. And I also got a poster, which I will actually grab and show to you guys. So here's the poster I got. This one says USA and Canada 2024. This one has the tour dates on the bottom as well as all their signatures. You can see all their signatures there. I wanted to get something that had just kind of like to remind me about the show. And I'm going to get this plaqued. People have been saying to put this, like get a frame for it, but I'm actually going to get it plaqued because I don't like the glare that you can get from frames in certain rooms. So I'm going to get that plaqued and have it for life. And I think Bleed From Within, you guys should sell plaques as well. But other than that, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this entire album. Like I said, the entire Shrine album as well. And as always, if you're liking content like this, reactions like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.